think this is becoming a regular routine where the gas prices are getting really high on the weekends. This is what we do to bring these stories to you. We need the gas, and we need to get out there and get the stories told. It's a lot higher than last weekend. Well, I guess it is what it is. Gotta get it going. Time to go. Well, you know, you're entering the country, I guess. Once the roads get smaller. A random stop sign out in the country. Time to go again, man. Let's get cracking. So I have arrived at the location here, CamHaven Farms. It's a beautiful looking farm. You can tell that it's run by a lady because all the colors is coordinated. The paint, everything's intact. Place is neat. So far it looks pretty good.
So welcome to CamHaven, and you know what? Let's go for a tour. This is our main barn, and we've got about 46 stalls here in the main barn here, and we've got all kinds of stalls here that vary from 12 to about 14 in size. Each stall has their own water, their own hay, window to look outside. It's just like a natural setting, right? It's a calm, relaxing type of atmosphere here.
I gotta tell you, I like what you've done to the place. It's really, really neat.
Thank you.
It's
Appreciate
warm.
that. Thank you.
I thought I had to put all my equipment
No.
on, but I just needed a t-shirt, really.
Yeah, well, it does help. The entire barn has indoor rubberized flooring, which, you know, keeps the horses pretty good in temperature. I mean, even with the staff, you're not all bundled up. It's hard to work and stuff. It's really comfortable, and as you can tell, the horses don't even start to even do a winter coat.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I can see that already.
Yeah.
And it feels good, you know.
It's a great atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere here. So this is the first section of the barn here. We do winter layups. We do rehabilitation, fitness development. So it really depends on your needs. It's not just one thing that we do. It's not just thoroughbreds. We do all kinds of different breeds, from warm bloods to, we do standard breds. We do a lot of thoroughbreds as well. So no, we don't discriminate. We help all horses here.
And it's a year-round whole operation, all year. Throughout the winter, I guess you'll be having some horses ship out and some ship in?
Well, I mean, yeah, winter gets pretty crazy here because Woodbine starts to kind of flood here with layups. But in the summertime, we do a lot of rehab, fitness development. Gary as well does some coaching here. People bring some of the difficult horses that need to be handled, and it's not thoroughbreds only. It's, you know, all kinds of different breeds. So,
oh, what type of coaching he does?
Well, we've had some horses that can't be handled, and they bring them here, and he teaches them. He has to put them in paddocks, come and get them from the paddock. They're just not, the horses weren't handled properly. And they come here and Gary tries to correct some of their behaviors.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You know, I just ran into Gary Boulanger earlier, and it was just really nice to see him here.
Most definitely.
Seems like he's in his own element right now.
Gary, I mean, I loved him as a rider, but you know what? Love him more as my farm manager. So, great guy, brought a lot of knowledge, and we're happy to have him here. So, we also have brood mares here that we're foaling out for Canadian and US clients, obviously. Trying to promote Ontario racing, so the best way is to obviously foal out in Ontario. So made some good connections in the United States over the last couple years, and we're thankful that they trust us enough to have some really nice mares here that are going to foal out here in Ontario.
How important is that for Ontario? Is that for like a King's Plate, for business, for just racing in general, horses in general?
Well, I think there's, you know, a need for quality horses here in Ontario, and you know, with the assistance of some of these Americans bringing some of their quality mares and foaling out here, you know, us Ontario clients, let's just say, has a little bit more options when it comes to the sales, because you know, us Ontario flock more for an Ontario bred or foaled and stuff like that. So it's good to see some good quality foals.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know in the racing game, a lot of guys, a lot of trainers been complaining about the Ontario breds not having enough. So I guess what you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Oh no, for sure. And you know what? We're getting some good support from there, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
All right. All right, well, let's walk
Well,
around.
let's keep going. We've got a lot to cover. Groom horses, do that on a daily basis, whether it's on a layup or rehab. The horses are touched every single day. It really does matter that they, you know, even if they're in a stall, that they're still being touched by a human, and they know that they're going to be all right. So it mentally helps as
I guess that keeps them calm.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. And especially when someone's, you know, when a horse is on stall rest, it's a nice thing for them to know that they're still getting a human touch, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the four corners. So let's start off with this side here, and we'll go up the ramp here.
As you can tell, it's bright and feels really nice. If you're not here, which I am here, but you'll realize how good it feels, quite honestly. Nice and warm, and feels very comfortable.
So here we've got 4 large wash bays, hot and cold water, and these are our 3 wash bays. And then we've got 1 extra large wash bay, and it's got a solarium in there.
Now, do you want to explain the solarium for some people who might not understand what it does?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it promotes like body soreness. It does help with that. It's really a feel-good treatment for the horses, right? You know, especially when they've worked, or they've been in the equicizer, or they've been in the dry tread or the aqua tread, right? Muscles get a little sore. It's just like you. It's like a massage, but you know, with UV lights. So like I said, it's a feel-good treatment. And I'll show you in here, because we've got more in here. This is just in one of the bays here. So this is kind of where the magic happens here. And because we had this customized and built for us, everything is underground, so no pipes, no nothing. And we'll start with this one here. This one here is an aqua tread, and we can control the height of the water, the speed of the belt, so we can do a lot of great things with this and assist the horse with an injury, rehab, fitness development, you know, all kinds of different things. So this one strictly we use just for aqua tread.
Just for aqua tread?
Aqua tread, yeah.
Now, how important is that for the animals, especially like during the winter? If there's, you know, they need to keep fit or something like that, you know, does that help too as well?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you can keep horses, their fitness development, you can keep it throughout the winter time, right? And you're indoors, and the benefits from an aqua tread is fantastic. A lot of people over the years, we've noticed that they're saying that their horse is really, really fit. I want them in there for 25, 35 minutes. Well, when you do put them in the aqua tread, you've got to start not at 25 and 30 minutes, 5-6 minutes, because you know, with the current of the water, it's vigorous, and you know, you start to see the horse, you know, starting to get fatigue a little bit. 7 to 10 minutes, you can really see it. So we got to start off slow, and yes, everybody wants it at 30 minutes, but you've got to gradually work up to that.
I'm really hoping to get to see that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'm not sure if I'll be that lucky to see one today, but we'll see.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Here is our dry tread, and again, people use an aqua tread and just don't fill it up with water and use it as a dry tread. But you know, because we do so much of this kind of treatments, we decided that we're going to buy a dry tread and use it just as a dry tread.
Oh.
So this one here, we do use it. It has an incline. The aqua tread does too, but we don't use it because of obviously because it was the water. But this one here, we use it quite a bit with an incline, and you know, we have different programs that we work with veterinarians, we work with trainers developing programs to get from rehab to fitness development.
You know, we were speaking earlier, and you did mention to me, you know, how you built this place or rebuild this place,
right?
And it's really built really nicely for the weather. You know, it's really warm inside here, you know, and that really helps me.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure. And I mean, when we had this in mind when we built it, unfortunately, you know, we live in an area where climate is not the greatest. We're not lucky enough and fortunate to have sunshine 24/7, and it does freeze rain, it does snow, it does go -5 and 10 degrees, but it doesn't mean horses stop training or rehab has to stop. So we built this place with it in mind that we can rehab and work all year round. Next one, so this is a cold saltwater spa, and this is fantastic too.
Cold saltwater spa.
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Sure. So this one here, you can only be in it for about 11 minutes because of the temperature, obviously, and we close the door, fill it up to the desired height, and the jets start to go like a jacuzzi, and the salt starts to come in from underneath.
So the salt water does what?
So it obviously it helps with inflammation. I mean, we've had some really bad injuries where, I mean, a leg is double in size, and you know, it's not a miracle worker, but it does help when things are angry, and you know, it cools it down. I call it, to be honest with you, cold hosing on steroids. Right? I mean, you got a cold hose for an hour, 2 hours, and here in 11 minutes you can see a significant difference. But you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. So I think from what I see, a horse is going into this cold saltwater spa, so I think we're lucky. I think we're lucky. So we're going to see this. Now, obviously, the thing in the back there is to hold the manure of the horse and keep the water clean.
Okay.
So now Gary's gonna, you know, set the height, and he's gonna set, obviously, now you can see it here, Derek. Look at it filling up now.
Now, how high does that come? Right to the very top there, the brim?
Well, it depends what Gary wants.
Whatever depth we want, depending on
You don't want their belly in it.
Huh? Sorry?
You don't want their belly in it.
Oh, okay.
It's 4 degrees at that one.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
because there needs to be a hay bag right there.
No. You want to play with your hat?
I mean, the horses thoroughly enjoy these treatments, you know.
You're right.
It's fantastic.
Like a spa, you say?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes when we go to the Equivibe and Solarium, the horses kind of fall asleep a little bit. But
That's a hat trick.
You gotta play along with the hat.
I don't know who has more fun, the horse or Gary. I'm not sure about that.
There you go again. Is it a boy or girl?
Yo,
Gelding?
Jack.
Jack, the gelding.
So
Jackie quit.
the main thing with treatments, it's about consistency.
Yes. Yes.
And you know, we're not here to sell the product. I mean, it does it on its own. It's what's best for the horse. You know, and if the horse needs 2-3 treatments, that's one thing. If the horse needs every day, then we do that.
Now, is this only recommended for horses that need a bit of a touch-up for some other reason, or is it all the horses get to do this?
Well, again, it's another feel-good treatment, but can also be used as, you know, like a rehab. Like I said, if there's things that are angry inside, the muscles and all that kind of stuff. But,
Okay.
you know, some of the hunter jumpers, they do come here, and a lot of the standard breds, they use this quite often.
How do you know when the horses need that?
Well, we do a lot of programs with the veterinarians. Trainers do want us to follow programs, and we suggest, we put, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a custom program together.
Okay.
Based on the goal of what you're looking for. If it's a fitness development, this could be used as obviously a feel-good treatment, but if it's for a rehab, trying to get inflammation down, right? Mm-hmm. So now Gary's starting to put the jets on, and you'll see it start to bubble.
Come on, Gary, again. Come on, Gary, again. That's the fun part, right? Turn it off his head.
So truly, I mean, it's really a playground for horses. When
Yes.
you really think about it.
It feels like
and,
it.
And that's kind of what we built this for. But at the end of the day, it's fun seeing the horses go from sometimes where they're no sparkle to back on the racetrack or back, you know, in the ring doing a hunter jump or a barrel racing, and you see them go from where they were injured to actually competing again.
How does that make you feel when you see that happen?
Well, I mean, it makes everybody feel great. I mean, even horses that like are racing or hunter jumpers. I mean, we've got people that even bring here them to, when they're ready to go to the Royal Winter Fair. So we follow them, and you know, I cheer them on, especially when they're racing. And you know what? It's a good feeling. It's like a mother with their kids, right? So it's a great feeling to see them go from here to here.
So the whole operation is horses first, and then how many horses do you have for racing actually?
So it depends. I mean, we have our own stable, and I mean that's growing. So
How are you guys doing this year?
we did all right. I mean, we held our own, and you know what? We're always trying to set the bar. We've already left for fairgrounds, so we've got a string down there. Steve Flint, obviously, is our private trainer. So, and you know, he's doing a great job there.
Is he an American?
Yep. He's American. All New Orleans of him.
I think I see him and I hear his accent, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, he's got a great accent. He doesn't think he does, but he does. Funny guy. So yeah, most definitely. He's down there now with our string, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, maybe you can show me over by the...
All right, so let's go over on this side here now. This is the Equivibe and Solarium. I'll turn it on here. So as you can tell, the Solarium is at the top, and we've got the Equivibe embedded in the floor, and it's a really nice treatment to go together. They really complement each other.
Does it kind of like warm up the
Yeah,
horse?
go inside. Go inside.
No, will it do anything strange to me?
Oh no, you'll feel good. No,
right.
it'll just shake you all up. I won't put it on.
In full blast?
I won't put it on full blast.
I'm getting the treatment of a horse here.
But you know what? You'll feel really good, and it starts to. If you stay long enough, your feet in one place. You'll see your shoes, marks of your shoes. But you got to stay.
Well, I'm starting to feel very wiggly here.
I will not put it that strong.
All right, I get the idea. Actually, it got really warm in like
It feels really good.
2 seconds.
It really feels really, really good. So
that's pretty awesome.
another tool that we use that, you know what, doesn't look like a very important tool, but it's a scale.
Well, that's
It's a scale. And we use the scale because, I mean, 10, 20 pounds on a horse, you're really not going to see the difference, right? And you're not going to know. But if you put this on the scale and we record everything, 10, 11 pounds, what's going on? Something, ulcers, teeth, something we got to pay attention to, what's going on, right? So the slightest weight loss, we can tell, we can pick it up, that the naked eye doesn't. And, you know, we really monitor weight gain as well, especially in the winter months. You know, our goal is to make sure that the horses go back pretty healthy and strong and full of weight, and then let the trainers do what the trainers do.
Well, you know, that's interesting because I saw some guys using like a measuring tape to measure the horse, right? And I guess they say it helps with the weight, to know the weight and so forth. But you have a digital
Oh, for
scale.
sure. I mean, the weight, you know, the tape, it works as well too, but
that's really old school, right?
You know, that's for everybody to each their own. And but yeah, we use the scale quite a bit. We weigh them regularly.
Yeah. Shirley, it's really nice. This is really cool.
Thank you.
I gotta say, when I walked in, I was saying to myself there, I looked at it, when I was talking to the camera to myself, I was like, you can tell this is run by a lady because the colors is all put together. It looks neat. It's tidy. So that's I can tell right away, you know.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I think a lot of us love Kentucky, including myself. And I told the contractor, I said, listen, I can't go to Kentucky right now, so bring Kentucky to me.
Right.
So the theme was really like a Kentucky theme, and red and white are our colors, but it's also Canadian colors too. So you know what, we're proud to be Canadian here.
Yeah.
So.
And it's really attractive to look at from the outside and the inside, quite honestly.
Most definitely. So let's go. This is the Four Corners, so let's go up here and see what happens.
Here we go. Automated doors, buttons and everything. You don't have to hurt your arm.
Okay, well.
This portion of the video is brought to you by Amplify Stables. Having a good team is important when you are dealing with the horses. The energy, the passion, and the consistency all come together on the track and off the track. Amplify Stables gives you the full package if you are breaking horses or boarding horses. Please check out their website to get more information on how you can reach them. Check the link below.
There you go. So even these doors, we did them with the horse in mind too. When the doors goes down about 8 to 9 inches, it starts to slow down, and it just barely touches the floor, right? Because thoroughbreds see a fly and it's the end of the world. So we got to make sure nobody gets spooked. So here we go up our ramp, and again, anywhere there's rubber, it's heated floors. And again, so our indoor arena is connected, and I'm just going to turn the lights on for you, Derek, so you can get a full vision here.
It feels like an arena or something, like I'm medieval times.
So our arena is about 100 by 200, and because of the size, we can do a lot of things. Yearlings, we can assist with yearlings, rehab, you know, seasoned horses that need to start back up, horses that just need some fitness development, need some riding. There's a lot of things we can do here. So this is a really strong point for, you know, CamHaven. A lot of clients come here because of, you know, the large arena. We can do a lot of things.
I've always seen these what do you call this exactly, this area right here?
This is an indoor arena.
Indoor arena, right?
Indoor arena,
So
yes.
I've seen these over the years, and I've always felt like it's not that big, but I guess it keeps the horse fit still, just moving
absolutely.
around constantly.
Oh, absolutely. You'd be surprised. I mean, then they graduate to obviously the track that we have in the back. But, you know, there's a lot of things we can do with this, especially in the wintertime. Most definitely.
Who puts this together, like, to make it all neat and everything?
So we actually got the formula. There's kind of like Woodbine, the track at Woodbine, not the Tapeta, but we've got 8-inch base, and then it's a sand base. So, you know, we did ask a lot of trainers and coaches from the sport world what they would like when we were building this, and this is the footings that they wanted. They said it's a lot safer. So yeah, so we kind of did this mix, and a lot of people are happy with it.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
No, for sure.
It looks all even too.
Well, we groom it twice a day, actually.
Now, after someone done this, if I run over it and run all over it, would they get mad?
No, but it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. So, and it's dust free. We use magnesium, and we get it sprayed every 6 months.
Right, yeah.
So it's pretty dust free. I mean, we got to make sure, because of the work that we do in here, you know, we got to worry about the lungs of the horse and stuff like that. So.
I gotta tell you, Shirley, because it doesn't have that old dusty feel to it. I've been at some racetracks too, where you can smell the old dust, and it gets in your lungs or whatever. This doesn't have it.
Well, I mean, again, respiratory is everything, you know, with horses. So it can lead to bad things if you don't take care of things like that. So we really need to make sure, and that's why it's really dust free. So.
Okay, pretty cool.
Okay, so we're gonna go to this side here. And again, everything was built with our climate in mind. And you know, when it's snowing, freezing rain, 90 below out there, unfortunately, we still can train, we can still rehab, we can do a lot of things. And you know, that's one of the main things that people actually come here, because we're all year round, right? We can accommodate the weather, unfortunately, right?
Nice, very nice.
So let's go in here. So this is our indoor equicizer in here.
So a lot of thought went into this.
Yeah, well, most definitely. And you know, it's a custom 6-horse. It's really one piece. We deal with a lot of yearlings, and we customize it where there's the gaps on the side are not that large, so they can't really injure themselves. We can go clockwise, counterclockwise. We can go 10 minutes, we can go 15 minutes. This is a really, really good tool. We use it to warm up horses. We use it to cool down horses after they work or stuff like that in the indoor arena. We use it for rehabilitation when horses, you know, need to walk from hand walking, and then they're certified to go into the walker. So we use this for a lot of different things. I mean, you can go, again, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, you know, the program is custom to do, right?
Now, you know what? You know, I guess you can say, you know, we see these things all around here and there, but I'm starting to find out more and more how much work goes into the horses. The more and more I dig deeper to find out about horse racing, about horses, there's so much work that goes on.
Honestly, I mean, you know, sometimes my husband and my passion is misunderstood for, you know, being aggressive and all that kind of stuff. It's just the passion for these horses, and it's your life. And when someone told me years and years ago, once the horses are in your blood, you can't get out, it's true.
Yeah.
We live and breathe horses now.
It is quite something.
Yeah. So, and we got stalls in here as well. We got there at the back. We do, and we get full. In the winter, we're just full. So.
All right. I like the indoor area where clients.
Oh, for sure. Well, you know what? Let's go down there too.
To see the horses perform, right?
So, you know, we try and accommodate the horses, but also to owners, trainers, everybody's a viewing room. And we'll take a look, and you know what, our clients come in here in the winter time, and it's a really nice atmosphere for people to come. I mean, especially people that race thoroughbreds, they start to get the bug in January. They start to itch and say, what else are we going to do? It gets boring. You know, we encourage, the season. So here's our lunchroom here.
This is where all the action happens.
That's where all the good food happens.
Right after all that hard work.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this is our viewing room. So fireplace is on, popcorn machine is on sometimes, and races TV. It's just a really nice atmosphere for the clients and the trainers to kind of interact in a really calm atmosphere. It's not all business, it's just relaxing, and what better way, looking at your horses, right? It's a great view, and you know what? It's warm in here, it's snowing outside. It's just a great feeling, and it gives people something to do in the winter time.
Yeah, you can't go wrong if you have the horses
no way.
in there and you're sitting out in this area just watching them, right?
Absolutely.
This is a completely different ball game here altogether.
100%. 100%.
Cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee, you're good to go.
You're good to go.
You're good to go.
So whose idea was all this decoration here? That's pretty cool.
Oh, well, you know what? I mean, I love to decorate and stuff like that. I just want clients to feel like they're at home here. I want them to feel comfortable and enjoy themselves while they're here.
And tell us about the popcorn machine right there.
Yeah, people come for the popcorn. So, but yeah, most
All
definitely.
Right, pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Right.
I mean, that picture there was a horse that was bred for my family back in the day. Like, we're talking almost 20, 25 years, if not more.
This one.
Yeah, that was a weanling, and we go that far back, most definitely. My family goes way, way back.
How far back? You want to?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, my uncles trained, and my cousin trains, and my father and my family did own horses. I was kind of in the background a little bit, but as you can see, we got the bug and never look back, for sure.
So now you just own the whole operation. You don't train. Do you own horses yourself?
We do. We have a string at Woodbine. Like I said, Steve Flint trains our horses. We're really building now. We like to develop young horses. That's kind of where we're heading. Not so much into the claiming side of things. It's gratifying to go to those sales and go from that sale to watching them in the ring to seeing them at the racetrack and everything in between, from getting broke to putting a saddle on there to their first 3/8 breeze. I mean, it's just crazy to see. So we want to develop horses. Yeah.
I can only imagine that feels really good, watching them just get to that point where they can actually win,
It's like your kids, right? I mean, when you see the horse for the first time, you remember all the things that come back, all the winter months and the September, Octobers in the round pen and getting broke and stuff like that. So
I see it and hear it all the time from the horse people. They're so proud of their boys and their girls.
All of them, the trainers, the owners. I mean, that's what makes it tick. I mean, without any of them, this doesn't exist. Period.
Wow. Well, this is quite magnificent, quite wonderful. I see you got some horses out there running around. Those like babies.
For sure, yeah. Those are yearlings.
Do you breed here too as well?
We do not breed for commercial. We have a few of our own brood mares that we foal out, obviously, here in Ontario. But we really foal out for other individuals too.
Okay,
but yeah,
cool.
we really don't breed for commercial.
Well, this is really nice. I mean, if anyone's watching this, look at that. Lunchroom, kitchen, what do you call that? All right, this is really good. Really a lot of thought into this whole farm.
For sure.
It doesn't even feel like a farm. It feels like somewhere luxurious, I gotta say.
We try. We try.
This is really nice. All indoor, eh?
Everything is indoor.
Just the paddocks outside there.
Just the paddocks outside. I mean, you could literally do everything in every aisle of the.
You got a thermostat here too?
We got a thermostat. We control the humidity.
That makes sense. Whose idea was that?
I can't give myself credit. It's Tony. Tony takes care of the maintenance side and all the other gadgets, and I mean, really good at what he does. And you know, I mean, he keeps this place ticking too. So it's a team effort. I mean, I do one thing, he does another. Our staff is, you know what, I've been blessed. It's a great place, and you know what, we all have a good part in it. So.
During my time at CamHaven Farm, I got to witness some very impressive work being done on horses, and also see a really cool operation from behind the scenes. Looking after horses is no joke, it's lots of work, but I see something special happen when these men and women are working with the horses. Thank you, Shirley, Tony, and staff for showing me around.